What's up, Cryptosomniacs? Happy Casual Friday. This is Jason here today with another live video going through the markets. A little bit larger on the screen today, so hopefully that is not in anybody's favorite or anybody's way. Anyway, yeah, it's always about to moon when it's up $150 an hour or $150 in an hour. Yeah, well, that's we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Is it about to moon? I don't know. Could be, but I'm starting to feel like it might be ready. So, anyway, yeah, right. I know exactly. So we're still not 100% convinced that the bottom is in, but I am starting to think that maybe we have found the bottom. We've been bouncing off this well, we've been bouncing in this range for a while. So I'm still awaiting confirmation, but I'm starting to think it's maybe starting to look like the reversal. So what's happening, guys? What's happening, Jeff B? What's up? How I made? What's happening, long range crypto? Who's over on Twitter? Who's over on Facebook? Let's make sure I am not ignoring anybody today. I have historically been bad about communicating with people on Facebook during live streams. So trying to give a little more attention to the group over there, make sure I'm not responding and etc. So anyways, guys, yeah, other than that, let's just jump into it. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, guys. This is going to be my last stream for me from a while. You're going to get a bunch of SNE next week. I will be on vacation because I think I said on my stream a couple days ago, birthday next week. So it's one of the milestones, getting old. Going to take some time away, go spend some time with my lady. Should be fun. Anyways, yeah, let's... any better ways to scalp yet? Well, always plenty of ways to scalp, right? I mean, really, tons of swing trading to be done, and depends on your risk tolerance, right? We haven't had a confirmation that we've seen a bull market, so I've, been saying that I'm not entering any altcoin positions really until we see the bottom coming in. But that doesn't mean I'm not keeping an eye on the charts and trying to spot opportunities and a couple things I saw today. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Yeah, half percent scalp, not 0.5% scalp is not worth the risk in my opinion, but yeah, are we talking about Bitcoin or are we talking about swinging and alt? So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Market cap holding decent at the $217 billion level. Still way too many currencies on the market at 1,890. I feel like that's higher and higher all the time. Bitcoin dominance also very high at 53%. And the RSI is starting to look a little run up on Bitcoin. So anyway, let's just get over into the market and take a look. Age is relative. Age is relative. Yeah, it's well, you know, when you work around a bunch of 20-somethings, you can start to feel old when you're older than that. So anyway, not that I feel old. I feel great, and I'm like, is this good? Then we're good. So I must, haven't started falling apart yet. Anyway. Yeah, let's just take a look at it, guys. So Bitcoin still traveling through this channel. By and large, realistically, I think there is probably a lot more swings to be made between this level right here, these two. So between that 6,200 level and 6,700, is it worth the risk for you? I don't know. I don't know. That you'll have to assess for yourself. But it's been basically bouncing around this channel for quite some time. So you got a potential for an 8% gain, which is good in my book. But again, if we break that 6,200 support, I'm not confident that it's going to hold. Just haven't seen enough volume. I mean, this is actually a decent amount of volume here. Unfortunately, a lot of it is bare volume, but it's at least looking consistent. So that is giving me some hope. And if we scroll out to the weekly, what I would like to see, what I am looking for, oops. Get rid of that. Yeah, what I'm looking for is for it to break this resistance line right here, right? This is our long-term downtrend for the year, and so we're looking for it to break that resistance line. I would like to see it up. Basically, I think if it goes over 7,000, I think we go all the way to 10. That's that is kind of my feeling on it. Is if we break the 7,000 mark, I think it might just rip. However, on the other side, the move to the downside, same thing. I think if we can't get out of this $6,000 range, we'll see that $5,800 range that we've been predicting for a couple of weeks. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at with it. Let's see, what else? Lol, says Igor. I mean systems. Well, there's always systems to be made. I'm personally myself embarking into leverage trading. I'm trying to get as savvy as possible before I end up blowing up my account and getting liquidated because I made a bad move. Because I do make a bad trade here and there. But that's where I'm going to try to continue to make some money in this down market is through leverage trading. So again, not recommended for the faint of heart. Certainly not recommended for the inexperienced. I'm a what I would consider a veteran trader at this point, and I am still cautiously entering that realm. So that's it. Anyway. Oh, hey Ryan, thanks man. No, not my birthday yet. Next Tuesday. So I will be out on that day, and I won't be back. I will be streaming later in the week for you guys, so I should be back hopefully by Thursday. But you'll get several days of SNE next week, so hopefully that should be a nice one. Was it possible to cover Lisk? Yeah, let's take a look at Lisk. Actually, so Lisk is one that I historically have been a fan of, right? I thought it was an awesome project. The ability for traditional developers who know Java to be able to, or JavaScript rather, to be able to program on the blockchain, I thought was a great tool for adoption. So I was a fan of Lisk, but then they really had fallen off on their marketing. They really just hadn't done much. And again, we're looking at the weekly price here, but not a lot of positive movement up until the last couple of weeks. It's really been doing well. So volume is looking better and better. And again, let's blow this up and just start looking in a recent time frame and see what we're looking at here. So real quick, let me just draw in my support lines. There's my, oh boy, good thing that wasn't a snake. All right. We'll go. That looks pretty good. Is that about right? Yeah, it's about right. All right. And I can just draw that to here because that shows pretty good support. All right. So let's take a look, and I would change the colors of these lines a little bit, kind of give you a better idea here. So we'll make this guy orange, we'll make this guy yellow. So yeah, Lisk is actually not looking bad. Here's what I would like to see. I would like to see this volume continue to look good. So this candle, or this little volume indicator right here, not giving me a lot of confidence that we're not losing steam. So let's take a look in some of these smaller intervals and see what we see. That's flagging a little bit there. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a little bit of difficulty overcoming this resistance. But look at that, starting to print another green candle right now on the 1 hour. So yeah, let's see if Lisk can exceed the 8,000 Satoshi mark. 8,000 Satoshi mark. If it can exceed that 8,000 Satoshi mark, it might be off to the races for Lisk. That being said, always wait for the pullback. We saw that buy signal on the 1 hour back at about 6 o'clock this morning, and the price has really just moved sideways a little bit since then. If I were looking to enter a position on Lisk right now, I would just ladder in my buys between this yellow line right here, so right at about 5,900 sats, and I would ladder my buys in up to, I'd put next one's about 63.90, and I would top the buys out around 68.50 or so. 68, between 68.50, 68.80. That's where I would top out my buys, and I would just wait to see if I can catch that on a bounce. Because again, guys, if Bitcoin breaks, all this stuff is going to dip, right? Every time Bitcoin breaks, all the altcoins, their gains just get erased. So anyway, that's how I would play that one if I was going to. But again, I'm real cautious. I don't think it's alt season just yet. But that being said, if you are looking to accumulate this for a long-term hold, if you believe in it fundamentally, the price is looking good as far as long-term action. And yeah, it does look like it's running out of steam, and we have seen, yeah, so this on the 30-minute, it's already posted the bear cross on the lazy bear. Yeah, although the histogram is starting to curl back up there, so, and that's cupping over pretty well. I would like to see how this is cupping here. I would like to see that on like the 2 hour or the 4 hour, and unfortunately it looks like on the 2 hour, yeah, those are in the opposite direction right now. So I would not be entering a position on list right now. I would wait for that pullback. So anyways, that's how I'd play that one, guys. Let's see what else. Yeah, so a couple of things that I saw that look like they might be good plays coming up that I know you guys like. I traditionally have not made a lot of predictions, and I have not made a ton of, you know, I've been kind of Elmer Fudd lately. I've been caught up in the bearish sentiment. So I haven't made too many calls, but I did see a couple of things that are starting to look decent. And where was it? ZEN Cash. Was it on the weekly? ZEN Cash was starting to look like it might break. That's right. Sorry. I really gotta write down where I'm. Yeah, this is looking like it might break to me. On the daily, it keeps bouncing off that 20-period moving average, and we've already seen a sell signal on the wave trend, and or I'm sorry, on the on the wave trend, and on the lazy bear. It's starting to look like, I don't know, but it basically every time it tries to push up, the bears slap it back down. So I think that might break, and I'd be looking to close out of that position and maybe put some buys in back down a little bit closer to 25.68. So if that's when you're in, I think you probably could accumulate that a little bit. So I would be keeping an eye on that. What else? What else did I see? Substratum. Substratum is pumped super hard today. Excuse me. And yeah, so it was up about 20% when I was looking at it earlier. So this is one I was going to actually make a profit take call on. If you've been in Substratum anytime, it hit on the daily, it hit a buy signal back on the 16th. So if you've been in a position for Substratum that you entered anytime from the 16th, I'd be looking to take some profit right now, just because it looks like it's just going to wick off of that. What is that? That's the 20 period, right? No, 50 period. Yeah, 50 period moving average, a 50-day moving average. So we'll see. But it wicked off it and bounced. Looks like the price is holding decent support right now. But that would be one I'd be looking to take a little bit of profit on, and then probably buy back in at the 2150 level, right around there somewhere. So that one I wanted to say. And then EOS is actually starting to look pretty good. So two things that I saw on the daily. It had posted a buy signal a little bit earlier today. It looks like that is now switching over. Yeah, so I guess it's saying the 25th. But I'd seen that buy signal, and it had passed its. This is what I saw that was starting to make me feel a little bit of hope. Look at that volume, really consistent volume all the way across there. We see volume starting to dip off, but it's the bear volume that's starting to dip off, and it has surpassed the long-term downtrend line. So you see, guys, look at this. All year, every time EOS has come up against this downtrend line, it has wicked off it and bounced below it. Every single time, except for right back at the beginning of the year when the sentiment was still crazy bullish. So, yeah, look at this. Boom, bounced off it. Boom, bounced off it. Bounce, 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 bounce. And it finally broke free. So that gives me a little bit of confidence in EOS, although the stochastic RSI is starting to look a little run up. So let's take a look at that in some smaller intervals and see if it looks like, look at that. Looks like maybe a false buy signal on the wave trend on the 2 hour. and already has posted a sell signal there. So yep, on those smaller intervals, looks like that. It looks like it's just going to wipe that out. But so what I would like to see is not that. If this candle, if it can bounce off of this and go back up and stay above that, then I would consider taking a position in EOS. But this is what I'm going to be keeping an eye on right here, is watching it try to stay above this long-term downtrend line, and it looks like it's about to break below it. But this is actually a good sign, guys. You see this happening right here. These wicks all go down to the same level at that 7,400 sats level, and right at the line and bounce off. So it looks like the bulls are really fighting to push the EOS price up, and this is really starting to look like a falling wedge, guys. Look at this. What do we see here? That looks like a falling wedge. So I would look to see over the next probably hour what happens. If it can break out of this falling wedge, we might be off to the races on EOS. So like I said, still above that downtrend line. If it breaks out of that falling wedge, then I think it could have some room to run. Might be worth taking a position and look to exit somewhere around that 7,500 sats level just for a quick swing. So that was one I saw. And then the big winner today, and let's see if it's still up, because it had pumped pretty massively earlier. Looks like it's gone and pulled back a bit. Was NANO. NANO was another one up 20%. Look at that. NANO hit that buy signal on the daily, on the wave trend cross on the 16th, and has just been running ever since. So what do we say, guys? No FOMO, don't chase a pump. Wait for it to pull back. So NANO is one that I think long-term probably has some legs. Again, this is one I'm often baffled by the fact that it's not doing better. It has incredibly fast transaction times, no transaction fees, I believe, and it's a fantastic blockchain overall. It works, and I think it's super underrated. So time will tell if we can see some adoption, but I think this is one that I'd be looking to add long-term, and again, I think it's still got some room to run. So I'd be putting in some buys somewhere in this level. I'd be setting my buys in about the 2380 all the way up through 30,000 sats or so, and I'd set a stop loss on that at right about 20,000. Make that 2030 sats. And that's how I would play that one. So, all right, guys, those are the ones I saw. Let's go ahead and Charlie Lee's invested in NANO. Way to hurt my feelings, Amal. Way to hurt my feelings, man. That's oh boy. All right, so that's all the stuff I saw coming up, guys. And let me scroll back up here to let you know I am not ignoring you guys. U20s, they all wear ankle-tight pants. Oh, that's hilarious. How I made. You're funny, man. Wait till you work around a bunch of 40-somethings. Yeah, I have a lot of friends in that age category, so anyhow, volume is volume. You guys who do such a good job. Right on, Igor. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the compliment. We do really try to provide the best value, and you know, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I honestly think we provide some of the best technical analysis in the business. There's a lot of people out there that just don't know what they're doing, if I'm honest. Like, they just don't know what they're doing, and I don't think I'm the best I don't think I'm the best TA in the business, but I can certainly say that Amal is one of the best that I know of, and you know, I think I appreciate that you notice is ultimately, I guess, what I'm getting at there. So thank you for that, and we really appreciate it. We really try to do good work for you guys. All right, let's see what else. Hey, Jason, sent you an email this week. Yes, I will. I saw that, DE Crypto. I will definitely get back to you. I've got you in mind. I saw your tweet to me, and looking forward to connecting with you and see if we can get you all together and start to do some Trader Talk podcasts together. So should be fun. How old will I be? I'm going to have to give you a guess on that. I was not born in the 80s. You can do the math. SEC reaction to ETF block was great this week. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe that the price was just baked in. Like, everybody knew that it was going to get rejected, so the support, you know, generally when it gets rejected, everybody freaks out and it dips, but everybody sort of had the feeling that it was going to get rejected, and when it did, I think the price was just baked in, so we didn't see it dip. Definitely a good thing, in my opinion, is, you know, the longer we can hold this level and hopefully push up beyond it. You know, we don't want to trade sideways too long in this level, because that can cause capitulation. Really, people just give up and are tired of trying to buy into it to give it support. But if we can hold this level and start to push more of this good volume in, we could see a breakout. We'll see what happens, guys. Sky affiliated. I sold all my Bitcoin. Well, whatever you want to do, man. For altcoins. Whew, yikes. That is a brave move. That is a bold move right now. Maybe leverage trading is for you. Maybe margin trading is for you. You seem like the kind of guy with some risk tolerance, so maybe look into it. All right, what else? Sky affiliated, Kate. Please get them back. Hilarious. Any ETH BTC trading tips for sell points, buy entry points for ETH gains? Man, you love to put me up on that one, Hassan. You know I don't do that. You know I don't trade ETH for Bitcoin. I buy those two. I trade fiat for those two. I don't trade them against one another. I trade them against other stuff. It's a hard position for me to be in. But I will do it for you because I love my fans. So let's see. ETH BTC. Come on. Oops. ETH. Oh, helps if I spell. ETH BTC, where are you? There we go. Bitfinex. Nah, let's look on. Poloniex. No. Ethereum, Bitcoin on. There we go. No, that's USD. I want it on Binance. Good lord. Fine, we'll look on Bitfinex. All right, Hassan, so my question for you is, for ETH gains. Okay, cool. So to get more ETH against your Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm not liking the prospects for ETH right now. I feel like too many projects are fire sailing their ETH, which is obviously not good for the price. I'm not liking the outlook in the short term for ETH. I think long term there's still way too many projects reliant on it. So I think long term it's still got legs, but I'm not liking its near term prospects, unfortunately. Oh wow! Hey Igor and D Crypto Markets, shout out to you guys. I just saw the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. Really, that means a ton, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for that. Yeah, actually here, in fact, while I'm on this subject, let's go ahead and look at this. So this is another thing that actually is concerning to me about Ethereum. I saw this article, and I've been trying to not do news shows, guys, but I think this is really important. So a whale investor moved 314,000 ETH from the Genesis block to a wallet, right? That means this is Vitalik or Charles or somebody that got ETH at the Genesis, and they have moved about, what was it, it's like $5.5 million worth of ETH onto Bitfinex. There is a lawyer that's been tracking these movements to kind of get a feel for how they can affect the market movements, and that's who was tweeting about it. She noticed that this same wallet address has moved from Genesis block and previously has moved large sums. So they've got about 28 million left in the wallet, but they just moved 5.5 over to Bitfinex, and that is not good, guys, because that means somebody who is potentially, like I said, Vitalik or Charles Hoskinson or somebody that was involved at the Genesis block, and they're going to dump about $5.5 million worth of Ethereum. And being on Bitfinex, that means they could short it. So that's a little scary. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and go back to it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. I guess, Hassan, with that, I would say I don't know that I'd be looking for ETH gains with my Bitcoin right now. That's what I would actually have to say. I can't in good faith chart this for you and give you good advice, because I think you'd be acquiring more ETH right now when it's going to dip, and I think you'd be sacrificing Bitcoin value for that, because I do think Bitcoin is showing some potential to take off and run a little bit. So I have a moral problem trying to tell you this. But that being said, I mean, it's literally as low as it's been in quite some time. So really, I'm going to have to go back. Whoops. Oh dear, what have I done? What the heck did I just do? All right. So okay. All right. Come on. Sorry, let me just make sure these line up. Okay. And let me do another one. Looks like about right there. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. I was like, what happened to my lines? There we go. All right. So oof, man, I don't know. This is, I mean, I don't know. I'm there's too much of a spread for where I would feel comfortable saying there's some support, right? I mean, there's no real support, I guess here. Okay. Yeah, this is a dicey one, dude. This is a dicey one, Hassan. So, I would say you could potentially, you know, ladder buys, 39,000 sats to 40,000 sats, and I'd be looking to exit by 43,000 sats. I mean, I don't even know if that's worth the gamble, honestly. Whoops. Because it's a gamble, straight up. For 6%. Your call, man. Obviously, your call. I would not feel comfortable taking that position or making that trade at this time. So that's my honest opinion on that. I'd stay away from it. All right, let's see here. Any ETH trading? XLM, Power, and OMG. Those are all coins that I am a huge supporter of. I was thinking the same, but how much more bloodbaths are we expecting? I don't know. I think Bitcoin could go down as low. I think it could go down as low as 4,500 to $5,000. I think that would be my absolute lowest that I think it would go. But I don't know. Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. And anybody that's telling you they do know is full of shit. Pardon my French, but they just don't. Sorry. As we can see, technical analysis works until it doesn't. So this market does whatever it wants. Bitcoin does whatever it wants. Until we get some more regulation in, it's just a fact of the matter. So that's what I think. But I'm comfortable starting to consider laddering buys. I mean, like I said, I'm basically going to start laddering buys in again about between 5,800, $6,000, and just let them sit there. And if the trade comes to me, great. And if it doesn't, then if we get a bull breakout, I might just buy into it as it happens. Always wait for the pullback. All right. What else? Thanks, Igor. I'm really just holding. Goal now is to sell in 3 months. Could I look at the huge head and shoulders on the daily for the BNB? Sure. Let's look at that. I'm pissed off at BNB. mostly because I entered a trade on it earlier this year and it has defied me. It has defied my. Let me clean this chart up real quick, guys. Oops. I mean, that's definitely a head and shoulders. Although it hit a buy signal on the daily, that's not bad. But that definitely looks like a head and shoulders to me. Where's my little? There we go. It's a little lopsided. So it's a little lopsided, and it looks like it's already trying to break that. So I would say this is actually over now. This doesn't matter anymore. it's been invalidated with these two green candles. Although if this thing turns into a red candle, so let's look at that on the smaller time frames. Yeah, here, let me get rid of that. Beat it, nerd. We don't need you. All right. Well, man, Binance Coin just can't. I don't know why. I mean, I'm my only feeling on the reason that this has lost steam is just because people in general are not trading crypto like they were 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. It's just a fact, right? If you look up exchange volume has dropped. Google search volume has dropped. We're just at a low. We're just at a low for interest right now, and it's just the simple fact of the matter. So that'd be my explanation for it. It does look like it's got really strong support there. So this is what I mean, honestly, really, if I was looking to enter a play on this right now, I'd probably enter some buys from support to, which is at 14,660. I'd probably enter buys from support to 14,825. And again, just wait for the trade to come, because I don't think, and again, is this even worth it? For 2%, for a potential 4%? Nah. Nope. The only reason I'd be acquiring more BNB coin right now is specifically if you are using it to trade, because it's always useful for reducing your trade fees. So it will retain that utility regardless. As long as you're trading and trading on Binance, BNB has a usefulness, and so it's not a total loss if you are if you bought a little bit higher and are waiting for that price to go back up, as I am. All right. Let's see, what else? Also, add host. I'm Jason, by the way, Igor. Fall is almost here. Yeah, I mean, everybody's starting to say October, but guys, remember how has this year gone for what everybody knows, right? Everybody knew that it was going to pump for consensus. Everybody knew it was going to pump for Chinese New Year. Everybody knew it was going to, be careful what everybody knows, guys. That tends to be ripe for market manipulation. When everybody expects it to go one way, often it goes the other. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see here. What else? Here comes cash. Liquid launch is coming. Yes. What's up, Amal? ETFs are a distraction to make you believe they're important for the future of crypto. I think that ETFs will bring real money into the space. So do they matter? Is it in the long run? Hopefully, probably not. Realistically, this stuff is either going to get adopted or it is not. But I think that would go a long way towards adoption and shortening up the time frame for adoption, which is really what we want, isn't it? We want people to adopt this technology. We want people to utilize this, or else what's the point? All right. Well, all right, what else? They're not. Big money is already in. They just don't want you to know. Well, I mean, there's plenty of big money already in, and trust me, we would have a much higher market cap than this if all the investment funds were actually in crypto. I don't think you really understand what big money means if you think this is big money, and if you think, I mean, were you not here in December? We were a lot closer to $1 trillion. No. There's no big money in this market right now. There are whales, but there's not institutional money in this market. All right, Friday night crypto. Yeah, it's lit. It's lit crypto talk tonight. All right. You look like you might be Hunter S. Thompson virtually in the blockchain. Hunter S. Thompson is a hero of mine, so I'll take it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, big money is slowly entering. Why coffee accumulation model? Here, you guys want good advice right here? This gentleman right here. I've been bigging him up Amal Garte. Shout out Amal Garte. He is our lead TA. He's phenomenal. I would listen to what he says. He knows what he's talking about. All right, let's see. You have to zoom out and look from March till now. I know I can't ignore that head and shoulders, but it might be a good time to get out of BNB. That's what you're saying? All right, let's see. Oh, you're talking about that head and shoulders. Well, yes, sir. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize, yes, zooming out and looking at the long time frame. Yeah, I see it. I see exactly what you're talking about. Head or shoulder. Head. Shoulder. That's a pretty clear head and shoulders, isn't it? But has it already broken below is the question. You know, maybe should I adjust these a little? Because then it's kind of lopsided, isn't it? Doesn't quite line up. So, but it does definitely. I see what you're saying, man. That does. It sure looks like a head and shoulders to me. I'd be curious to watch the next couple days of volume. Again, Binance is still useful, but if you got in at the high, no reason to hold on to it and write it down. Yeah, I was waiting for a little bit more pump. I bought a bunch of BNB coin at about I think it was like 20,000 sats, something like that. So obviously I've been bag holding on that and just using it to help facilitate some little swings I've tried to make on Binance. Mostly it's just sitting there being a bag holder though. All right, what else? I see you baiting me, Ryan. I'm not falling for it, man. Whales selling is not adoption. I didn't say whale selling was adoption. Use cases is adoption like Starbucks. Even though they want us to believe they will not accept Bitcoin for coffee. Bitcoin is never going to get accepted for coffee. Its transaction times are too long. Its block time, you know, it just isn't. It's unless something changes with the block size, etc., to make it. It's no longer. It's not digital cash anymore. It just isn't. It's a store of value now. Bitcoin, the organization behind Bitcoin, decided to take it a different direction, which is why Roger Ver forked it off and ended up making Bitcoin Cash, is because he disagrees that the way that Bitcoin is being handled is Satoshi's actual vision. That's why Bitcoin Cash got created. Bitcoin Cash, I think, would be, and again, I should say this. The only Bitcoin Cash I hold is because I had some at the fork. I've never bought it. I don't swing it. I don't really mess with Bitcoin Cash. But that being said, I think that it has a higher chance of getting adopted for spending at Starbucks than Bitcoin does. And I think Litecoin has a higher chance of getting adopted than Bitcoin does. But that all remains to be seen, right? And you guys know I'm historically pretty mad at Litecoin and how they've done. But again, you know, guys, I'm just like, I'm still a human. I get susceptible to FUD just like everybody else. But I do stick by my opinion that it's pretty whack for Charlie Lee to FUD his own product on Twitter and to sell all his coins. So anyway, as of now, like you said, yeah, they might accept Litecoin for coffee. I mean, it makes more sense, right? The block times are much faster. The transaction times are much faster, considerably. It's still really slow. I mean, I would think Nano would have a better use case, like a better chance as far as actual usability. It's they're a smaller. There are more coins available, and its transaction times are much faster. I can pay with Nano for coffee and get out of here just like I can with my card. But Litecoin, you still have to wait longer than you should. I mean, how long are you going to wait in Starbucks to pay? If everybody in line, I mean, people don't even like to wait in line to pay regular with their credit cards and go to Starbucks when it's jammed. So how long are you actually going to wait if there's 20 people in line and every single one of them is trying to pay with Bitcoin and you got to wait 30 minutes for it to process? It just doesn't make sense, right? Litecoin, quicker, but still. 10 minutes? Are you going to wait 15 minutes? 5 minutes? I'm going to pay right now and move it. We need something that quick. That's really what it comes down to. All right. I think that's about enough ranting for me, guys. I hope that this was good. Guys, if you enjoy the content we put out, do me a favor and smash that like button. Hit the little bell so you know when we go live. And also, you'll know who it is that's going to be streaming. Guys, I also want to let you know about this. How many of you guys, just show of hands up here in the chat right now, how many of you guys are longtime Cryptosomniac fans? How many of you guys are longtime Cryptosomniac watchers? Like pre-me. We got a surprise coming up for you this weekend. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but we got a surprise coming up for you this weekend. So if you are not out and about, I would definitely hit that subscription bell because you're going to get a notification that you're going to be very excited about this weekend. So anyway, yeah. If you guys are longtime fans, we got an awesome surprise coming up this weekend that I think is going to make everybody very happy. YouTubers should shut up about a garbage ETF. Jane, come on. My friend Kelvin put me on last year. Kelvin, we met him. If it's the same guy, yeah, he's a black dude. We met him he came to one of our meetups. He's awesome. I've run into him at a number of conferences. He's super cool, dude. If that's the same Kelvin, then right on. Thanks for pointing Egar in our direction. All right. Troxist, yes, for sure. I know you, for sure. Well, guys, that was it. I was just giving you a little clickbaity teaser. You're gonna want to hit those notification bells because you're gonna want to see the streams this weekend. Anyways, let's give away some crypto, huh? What about that? How do we give away crypto, guys? You know how we do it. Not up here, but down here. Give me a comment with your ERC20 address and Hong Kong Kelvin from Mississauga. Don't know if that's the same guy. Probably not the same guy. Fair enough, Jane. I don't think it needs it, but it sure is going to help. It sure is going to help. Do you guys understand that, right? Like that being vetted by the SEC gives a lot of people that would otherwise not touch an asset the confidence that they're like, oh, it's safe. We can put some money into it, right? That's why we want the ETF. We want the SEC to go, Bitcoin's an actual asset. That's what we want because the rest of the world, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of the world relies on American financial systems, right? And so a lot of the world is going to accept the American financial regulatory bodies vetting of an asset and say, oh, they said it's good, then we'll buy in. Watch. SEC approval is going to, watch what happens, guys. Anyway. It's not going to help my bags. My bags? Yeah, that's... Jane, I think you're trolling. I think you're just on here trolling, but carry on. Carry on with that. I mean, what do you think that I am? The ETF... yeah, whatever. We don't need to get into this argument. I've just explained it very clearly, and if you don't understand that concept, I don't really know how to articulate it better. I'm not trying to insult you. That's if you don't understand the fact that financial, regular investors will jump into an asset because it's been vetted by a certain regulatory body, and you don't think that that's going to raise the price of various cryptos, then we're just going to have to agree to disagree. Anyway, let's go ahead and give away some crypto. How do we give away crypto? Comment down below with your ERC20 address. Give me a retweet if you are watching on Twitter, and if you are on Facebook, give me a like and a share, and you will be eligible. So we're going to do it with a random number generator. We've got 1 for YouTube, 2 for Facebook, 3 for Twitter. And let me just bring my random number generator. All right. 3. Close my eyes and click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Survey says. Number 3, Twitter. All right. 3 retweets, guys. Getting super easy. For you to win some crypto. So I've got 3 people here, and one of you's watching right now, I believe. So let's see who's going to be the winner. 1 through 3. Close my eyes and click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Survey says. Number 2. Which is John H. And I believe you are watching right now, John H. So congratulations. You just won yourself some crypto. I will have my team members reach out and get that sorted out for you. And just like that, guys, if you want to be eligible, it's super easy. Not a lot of people are retweeting. Not a lot of people are. So help us out. Give us a like and a share and a retweet. Help us spread the message. And again, if you like the content, smash that thumbs up. And if you follow these rules and regulations, you will be eligible on the next stream to win some crypto. So... John H., congrats. And yeah, let me just copy that down. Great. All right. And keep acting like do. All right. Yep. Anyways, that's it. All right, cool. Well, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend. I will be, like I said, I'll be back end of next week. So enjoy your long weekend. Enjoy your days of SNE, and stay tuned to the channel this weekend. And while you are at it, if you haven't done it yet, go on over to Cryptosomniac.com, sign up for the Advantage. We've given a 14-day free trial right now, so you can get in and get access to all of our reports. We've got some awesome reports that just came out. If you are interested in researching the technology, do you guys understand what ZK snarks are? Would you like to? because it's a very complicated thing, but there's some really good breakdowns and explanations in this. So if you want to know what ZK snarks are and how they work, get a real firm grasp, that's a report we put out. We've got an awesome one coming out on Ethereum scaling solutions. Of course, all of these projects, A-Chain, Espresso, Zilliqa, GoChain, et cetera, et cetera. So you want to dig into a project, learn about the fundamentals, and find out about it while we are still in this down market. See if you figure out if any of these projects look like something you want to get into. Go on over to cryptosomniac.com, click the little red rocket, and you can sign up 14 days for free. Also, if you have not done it yet, guys, if you have not got the Monarch wallet yet, what are you waiting for? Seriously, it's free, it's gorgeous, and they just added XRP support. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monarch. Look at this. Oops. Oh dear. Well, I guess it's not displaying well. But anyways, guys, the wallet is gorgeous. Go get it. Check it out. It's free. Download it, and it is completely decentralized. You retain your private keys. All in one fiat to crypto solution. You can make recurring payments on the blockchain with it, and if you wanted to say pay your Netflix with it, you can make payments from any of your crypto accounts, and Monarch will even facilitate a fiat transaction to the merchant if they don't accept crypto. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, guys, that's about it for us. And other than that, if you have any questions, let's pop over into the Moon Lounge, and I will see you there. Have a great weekend. This is Jason from Cryptosomniac. I'm out of here.